Hey guys, thanks for tuning into Beanie TV. This is your girl Beanie, and I am bringing you sprinkles of spiritual sassiness here on my YouTube channel. So, what's up to everybody that is always watching my videos and has subscribed? Love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. So this video is about moving to Los Angeles and being able to balance life and bills and play. So I've been living in Los Angeles for a year and a half, coming up on 2 years, April 1st. What? 2 year anniversary. What? But my recent video of me and all my friends going to New Orleans, someone asked me how do I balance going on all of these trips while living on my own in Los Angeles. And I'm gonna stick to the specifics of how I was able to go to New Orleans, but if you look at my channel, you'll see that, you know, I go home to New Jersey and New York a lot. Been to Coachella 3 times since 2012, and just being able to like just do a lot of like fun stuff. And my life has always been like that. I've always been able to do really random fun stuff and travel, and I've never ever let money stop me from doing that. Money is energy, money is beautiful. I'm working on building a better relationship with money, and it's important to understand that, you know, just because you see someone on YouTube or Instagram having fun and, you know, like all these clothes and all this makeup doesn't mean you know their struggle story. Like, my life is going through a season of, you know, to be honest, like financial lack. And but that's okay. It's just a season. It's gonna pass. And I really believe that God is teaching me to build a better relationship with money. While we were in New Orleans, Fatima and I were talking about the book How to Be a Badass by Jen Sincero. Is it How to Be a Badass? I think so. Um, and in the book, she talks about her relationship with money and how she was lacking until she changed her mindset. And you guys know, everything that starts in the mind, like, you got to change your mind in order to change your life. And um, Fatima and I both were talking about how, like, we have to stop, like, during the trip, we had to stop, like, looking at our bank accounts and being like, ooh, how much money I got, how much money I got. Because that's kind of telling the universe that I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough. When you do, we all do. We are provided with everything we need. We always have more than enough. So with the trip to New Orleans, so how am I able to balance um, my life here in Los Angeles and being able to play and have fun? One thing is, I don't have a car, so I don't have any car payments. I don't pay for gas. I take the bus or I take Lyft. That's where my money goes. A monthly pass here in Los Angeles is $100, and Lyft is like, the most I'm spending is $10 on a Lyft. So if I have to get on the bus to go to this point and then catch a Lyft from there home, that's what I'm gonna do. Also, my rent is really cheap. Um, I live in like the downtown area of Los Angeles, and my rent is super cheap. So really, my bills don't come out to a lot, and that is how I've been able to go home and travel and do things like that. Again, my life is going through a different financial season, so, you know, I'm not able to go home as much right now. I mean, it's only February. I pray that the rest of the year I become more prosperous and abundant. But yeah, my bills aren't that much. Like, and my student loans aren't that much. I mean, the monthly payments aren't that much. So I know a lot of people, you know, with when I do my 50/30/20 videos, where you divide your money by 50%, 30%, 20%. If you haven't watched that video, please be sure to check it out. But a lot of people ask me, how do you expect to pay this and pay that and pay that and pay that and pay that? And it's like, okay, I'm not here to say, oh, I have so much money. I'm here to say that I don't have that many bills, or my bills aren't that big, that my bills aren't that high. And it's important to always make more than what your bills are. And if that means that you have to get a second job, then that means you have to get a second job. When I went to Ghana in 2012, those tickets are easy $1,000. Now, I did not have a good job back in 2012 at all. So I had to go work at American Apparel, which is $9 an hour for a set amount of months in order for me to buy my flight to Ghana. So if you want to go somewhere, never let money stop you. There is more than enough money in this world. And yes, that means that sometimes you are going to have to get a second job. So if I want to travel, I will go and get a second job. I will save. I don't shop like that. Like, if you guys see my clothes on Instagram, like, I'm basically wearing the same thing all the time because I have my staples and I love them and I wash them and they wash well. I don't buy makeup like that. I buy my same products basically all the time. I once in a while will buy something new. Most of my money goes to bills and Lyft, and I do my best to save. And so specifically the New Orleans trip. So Joe is my best friend. I've known him since middle school. Last year we went to Vegas, and this year he decided for us to go to New Orleans. And I was so down, so down. Because New Orleans, like, I went last year, but I didn't go for that long. New Orleans was on my vision board to go this year. And the money was not coming in. So I'm just like, it's January and I'm like, oh God, the party's in February. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then I said, God, thank you for providing me for the money to buy the flight to go to New Orleans. And I've mentioned this in a previous video, but anyway, so I said, God, this is my best friend's birthday. I cannot miss this because of money. Lord, bring the money into my life. So, like, the next day, a few days later, I look in my email and I get something from like the company that does 401ks. And I remembered that I cashed out my 401k at one of my old jobs. And I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. So cashed it in. I requested to receive the money. The money was $1 more than the flight to New Orleans. See, that when your intention is clear, when you know you will be provided for, the money will come in beautiful, unexpected ways. And yes, that was like a really, really awesome way to receive the money, like to buy the ticket. But there's other times, like I said, when I went to Ghana, I had to go get a sucky job, or I had to go get a second job in order to pay for what I wanted to do. I had no idea how I was gonna pay for my flight to New Orleans, like, at all. But everything worked out so beautifully, so perfectly, and all you can say is like, thank you. And if it happened for me, it can happen for you. We are all connected to the same source. We are all unlimited beings attached to an unlimited source. So you can play and you can pay your bills because you always have more than enough. And there are amazing, magical, unexpected ways to receive money. And then there's just the practical ways of receiving more money, which is getting a second job. Joe was telling me about this one coworker who she used to only eat like ramen noodles because she wanted to buy a Louis Vuitton bag. And sometimes it's like, how bad do you want it? You know, like, you can't keep saying, oh, I don't have any money. Oh, I don't have any money. I don't have money. But it's like, you do have money. You are probably just putting it in the wrong areas. And again, you need to change your relationship with money using money affirmations, like, large sums of money come to me quickly under perfect grace. Money loves me, you know, things like that, and just repeating them to yourself and making them true for you. You know, we are all abundant beings. Abundance is our birthright. So go get that second job if you have to, or get on your knees and pray because you need to, you know, and bring that money to you. Bring that money to you. That money is going to come. It's going to come. But sometimes it'll come in $20 here, $50 here, $100 here, $250 there. It's all about how you respect that money. Because that $20, like, when you receive it, are you going to go buy lunch? Or are you gonna keep it in your pocket and wait for that 50 to come, the 100 to come, the 250 to come, and then you go, you have your trip to Portland, you have your trip to Seattle, you have your trip to Miami. Make it happen. Make it happen for yourself. You wanna do something, you wanna go somewhere, put it on your vision board. Get the affirmations, pray, do the work, and you will have what you wanna have, and you will travel to where you wanna travel. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Beanie TV. I hope that this resonated with you and that you got some sprinkles of spiritual sassiness from this. I thank you so much for tuning in and watching, and I'll see you guys next video.